So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the two-point try. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And that is going to be caught. And it moves the lead to 8-0. And the formula there on the two-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off and not the ha-ha. That was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Brady. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Prescott. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And they're able to get this one across the 35. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Prescott from the gun. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. On 2nd down, Elliott once more. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. Turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. 1 quarter down, 8-0 the score. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. Room here to run. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll try the right side with Elliott. Behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They go to Elliott again. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker, 4th down. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Prescott. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out. And the Cowboys are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. They'll try and throw for it. It's complete. And he is in to make it 16-0. I think we're sensing a trend here. 2 first-half touchdowns. After going for 2 after the first score, CD, I thought maybe they would kick the PAT here. No, they get 2 more.
No, they decided to really press the advantage because, remember, getting the 2 after the first score, you've already got the other team back on their heels if they're going to mount a comeback. But to go up 2 scores and 2 two-point conversions, you've really got them thinking on the other sideline.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. To throw on 2nd and 10. Brady. This throw nearly intercepted. Oh, the big D lineman almost had it. But 3rd down coming up. To throw is Brady. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
Well, if the goal is to get back into this game, the offense is certainly moving in the wrong direction. This is certainly a case where one team needs big splash plays right now, but unfortunately, it's the other team that's getting them.
Oh, able to avoid him. It's a 40-yard punt, but they lose yardage on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
A Cowboy first down there, Prescott to Gallup. Looking to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott steps away. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
25 yards that time. Here's Prescott. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. To throw is Prescott. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with career touchdown number 70. And the Cowboys are able to add on to their first half lead. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for two, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Brady now on first down. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get...
Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. The sack backs him up, 3rd and long. Tough challenge for Brady and the Bucs. Up the gut, Fournette. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And just a net of 31 here, 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And this one is incomplete. A lot of hype, of course, going into this one with the Cowboys and the Bucs. They met last year in the season opener. Remember, that was the night they raised the banner in Tampa. It was also Dak Prescott's comeback game. And the Bucs wound up winning 31-29 on a late Ryan Succop field goal. Really good game that was. These two teams were also the 2 best offenses in the NFL last year. The Cowboys gaining 18 more yards over the course of the season than the number 2 Bucs. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Final play of the half, Prescott. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. A first down throw for Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Prescott off play action. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb, 73 yards. And the Cowboys come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he's not going to make it to the goal line. They've been perfect on the night in two-point conversions, but not here, as this time they come up empty.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25. Lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And Brady's throw there, incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot.
And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a first down. So a potential big play by this defense wiped out by the face mask.
And disappointing because it was so unnecessary. They had the sack. But the officials are definitely keeping a close eye on the quarterback, especially the referee. They were able to spot that one immediately.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. On second down, here's Fournette. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That one a first down pickup of 8. To throw, it's Brady. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Second and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Inside handoff down to Fournette. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Now Brady. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This has kind of been the story all night long, hasn't it? An inability to really get much done on third downs, and it's costing them.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt, and he's going to miss this one wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and they will remain well behind.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another first and 10. Prescott's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Prescott looks to throw on first. And he's got it. And he's brought down. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. Prescott yet again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he stopped immediately there. About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. Here's Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. They'll try and run it here. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Working from the gun, it's Brady. This is Miller, complete. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
From the 36, Brady, his throw incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Brady going to throw. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now, 4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
Brady's throw on target to Godwin here. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
And good yardage there on 1st down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Brady finding Godwin there for a Buccaneer first.
Less fanfare for Chris Godwin than other receivers of his ilk around the league, but he quietly put up 1,100 yards last season. The Buccaneers certainly noticed, and they handed him a new contract extension to continue being the catch magnet that he is. There's another one right there.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw taken in by Evans here. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with... Second and goal coming up. Fournette again, but he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Brady now on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Extra point put through by Succop as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. fields it right around the goal line. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Again, it's Elliott. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On third down, Elliott. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 63 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it. Well, Prescott here to throw. Out of his hands quickly to CeeDee Lamb. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Prescott to throw it. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. They, of course, will decline the penalty and just take the yardage on the completion.
And this defense, they've got to be beyond frustrated at this point, because even when they're grabbing and holding out there, they're still completing passes. If you grab someone, they shouldn't be able to catch it.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Prescott to throw on 4th. He finds his man complete. It's Schultz. And he is going to have the Cowboys first down. It's a gain of 12 on 4th. Throwing, Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Inside give to Elliott, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, CD, I mean, simply put, if anyone around the league wasn't paying attention to them to start the season, they will be heading into week 2. This has been an impressive week 1 performance.
They've certainly announced that they are ready to go, haven't they? They wanted to send a message out to the rest of the league. You better put your eyes on us. We may be someone you have to reckon with.
Accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the two-point try. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth.
I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
We saw that one up here, CD. Offensive team, they touched that before it went 10 yards.
Obviously such a fine line, letting it go the required 10 yards, but also getting to it before the hands team can. Just didn't time it out right, and that results in a flag.
Brady's throw taken in by Cook. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. One final try now for Brady. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nahshon Wright. And the Cowboys come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. The CD, always a little extra excitement for week 1, and one of our early window games here in week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year,
Biggie, honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. You mad while I'm getting busy. Country girl running your city. Attitude battles to Diddy. He only 2 times from the he out like a light, call him Ricky. And honestly, it ain't no cap in it. These no ain't no cap in it. I like with a stack in it.
The players on your team earned XP.
Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty.
Quickly upgrade your team at the end of each.
Ain't biting my tongue. I can't be no goofy, no victim to none of my enemies. Like honestly, be sending me talk from a sit that we when I get to me. My check don't discriminate. Still take deposits if you talking Vietnamese. I just be having my way. Only come out with a pay till I say. Urge you wanna be. Don't got a whip and rag on no petty. Lips like talk with that on your hip. If you ain't gonna rip it up, pop it. Empty the like show me a benefit. Let me dumb it down, Benjamin. We not equivalent. Really bad, looking so innocent. Bossy predicament. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. You mad while I'm getting busy. Country girl running your city. Attitude battles to Diddy. He only 2 times from the he out like a light, call him Ricky. And honestly, it ain't no cap in it. These no ain't no cap in it. I like with a stack in it. I'm by that. Stop it, cause it ain't no acting it. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. Leaving my mark like it. I see no biggie. Call me Hillary, stay at the bank. Making moves like I'm hot in the shank. I'm low key, but I pop out in blank. This bun on my knife, stop trying to look. They do not come for me. Fake, I can't keep no company. Only the real respect my honest. So watch how you coming if y'all under me. I'm with it in racks involved. I they text and calls. Run me that. Making no sense at all. They bounce like a basketball. Your boo never coming back. This go stupid, go dumb. Told that boy you gotta pay for some. I sit on no throne, you they taking none. You bragging on past, I make for fun. I see no no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. You mad while I'm getting busy. Country girl running your city. Attitude bad on Sadidi. He only 2 times from the he out like a light, call him Ricky.
Today, from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas.
Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. The numbers for Zeke from last week. The hat trick +1, 4 trips to the end zone with his legs.
And, partner, you know how all the guys do when they do that little symbol now about eating, right? Keep feeding me, feeding me. They just kept feeding him and feeding him, and next thing you know, he kept getting in the end zone.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
A first down carry by Elliott. He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down. The Cowboys at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. 4th down, Prescott. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Burrow. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And he'll be brought down at the 27. The numbers a week ago for Chase, well north of 100 yards receiving. He was hard to stop. The only thing they did well defensively, they didn't allow him to get in the end zone.
And that's small comfort for them because he actually carved them up. I love his versatility. I love his route running, ran entire route tree. They hit him on deep.
They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side, their defense. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Accept that penalty. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That goes for a gain of 31. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Prescott now. Left side to Lamb. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 45-yard line. Here's Prescott. Steps away to his left. The 20, 10. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man coverage were so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Dak's going to keep it. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Elliott is in. Touchdown, Dallas. So his great start to the season continues. He found the end zone time after time in the opener last week, and he does it again here in week 2.
And Brandon, we have a lot of coaches sell us week to week that there is no momentum, there is no carryover. Every game is its own entity. But after what we saw him do last week and now punching one in here, I'm starting to think that there is a carryover, and he's feeling it.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
Here we go.
A first carry for Samaje Perine. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Damone Clark in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Hits his running back, Perine. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. They'll get this out to his running back, Perine. So no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Burrow's throw here on target to Hurst. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They go play action with Burrow. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. Now he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Evans running behind center. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Now Burrow. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 30. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. 8-0 our score with 2 minutes left in the 2nd quarter. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he will throw this one out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half.
Touchdown! Samaje Perine, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have come back to make it a 2-point game. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First down, Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Being chased out left. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They'll throw again. Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw is Prescott. And this is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. It's a gain of 34. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Now Elliott, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys will extend their lead here just before halftime. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally... Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's caught inside the 5. But he is not going to make it into the end zone. They stop him short, so they'll add only 6 as we come up on halftime. 4 seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The white white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference. Sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the third quarter here. The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Week 2 underway around the NFL, and a reminder that later tonight it'll be Chicago and Green Bay in the Packers home opener, the 101st season of that great rivalry. They had the 100th anniversary last year. And then tomorrow night a treat, Monday night doubleheader, Tennessee and Buffalo 7:15 Eastern, and then Minnesota and Philly kicking off a little over an hour later. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Pirine. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. Here we go. Pirine again on second down. And some room to work. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Now it's Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And some room to maneuver. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Now Burrow on first down. Throw left side complete to Chase. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
On second down, Burrow. A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy... has a touchdown. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. Following the interception, here's Prescott. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. And they turn the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalize a little bit on top.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick 6.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Burrow will throw. Setting up the screen to Pirine. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle it for just a short gain.
To throw again on second down. Burrow, throw left side complete. That's Boyd. And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Here's Burrow. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. Burrow looking to pass. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Osa Odighizuwa with the effort there to earn the sack. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They'll set up a throw. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Here's Kevin Huber now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. Dallas, Texas is the spot. 3rd quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. The Bengals with 2 extra DBs. A nickel look on 3rd.
Blanketing the passing lanes.
Prescott from the gun. Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Meanwhile, Dak's throw there caught by Gallup. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 36. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Logan Wilson, the 30. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel. And excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding 2nd half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a 1st down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. They'll look to throw here. Throwing the out route, finding Boyd for the completion. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, I mean, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here and maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Prescott. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A give to Elliott. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Flushed out right. And he's got a first down following a pickup of about 13 as we will take a pause here for the 2-minute warning. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Dak's going to keep it on the option. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The give is to Elliott. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They go to Elliott again. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with career touchdown number 75. And the Cowboys are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling, but inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Burrow on play action. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down. Again, it's Burrow. He'll flip this out to Evans. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway.
There he goes, left side. 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bengals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. A final shot now for Burrow. And it's incomplete. But a flag is down here, so hang on. Let's see what we've got. Jonah Williams, former first-round pick, the guilty party. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. One final shot. They'll look to throw. That's caught. And he's going to get into the end zone for 2. And they're back within 2 scores. Down 15 now. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And the Cowboys are going to secure the football, and with it, they'll just about secure the victory as well. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. But, Charles, a very simple mission anytime that you play on your home turf, and that is to defend your home turf. And today, that mission was accomplished.
Look, every offseason, every preseason, the head coach goes in front of the team and says, the mission for the season, defend our home field every time, split on the road, and we'll be in the playoffs. That's why defending the home field is vital.
So for the Cowboys, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week.
Why would I ever have to cop a chain again when the QB chain birthed most of the chains in the game? No post office, we stamping time. Took a slice out of the big apple, made apple pies, family size. Leather bombers and Nike Sacai's, dangerous corners, you better pray that tomorrow arrives. Rap, Sugar Ray Robinson, nothing sweet. Y'all too out of shape to even box with me. Heavyweight, I know my way around the ring. Just like Shorty know her way around the storm. Making hits with Hit Boy, all he gotta do is hit record. Record-breaking news, had to show up just to fill a void. Confused boy, little boys, y'all better keep your poise. Leave me out of the weasel. Be cool when you see me, I'm hot at all that rap deep in the hood know you, so we don't borrow, believe in it. Locked in on the instrumental, I took back the key to this. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would've crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. What I'm saying, your top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would've crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. What I'm saying, people saying what's already been said. Predictions, I don't listen, it's already in my head, no funny. Your most hungry place, I was past that at 28. Underground tapes, as my ass cap and publishing states. As we slide in the G-Ride, I've been getting criticized, it's keeping me energized. Create with a business mind, I'm from where killers reside. A wild hood, only knew goons since my childhood. Say anything in they raps.
Tonight, from MetLife's
2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play 1, and Prescott to the air. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good start. 1 play, 10 yards. Prescott on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Partner, the good ones have a clock running in their head, okay? Because it says something like this. I've got this many seconds to find a target. After that, I have to tuck it and try and get some yardage on this 1st down snap. He doesn't just get some yards, though. He gets a big gain, and they'll come right back with another 1st and 10.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Well, only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense, and now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come back with something similar, or do you have a counter to it to kind of show it and go to something else and create another big play?
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 10 more there and another 1st down. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
1 man in the backfield. That's Elliott on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he will get in to make it 8-0. So what do you make of that? You go on the road, you score the opening drive touchdown, opt to go for 2, and all of a sudden they're up 8-0.
Yeah, this wasn't a decision that they made right here and right now. They made this decision during the week. Hey, if we get the ball and score right away, let's show them that we feel like we're superior. Go for 2 and really put the pressure on them.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 18 carries, 77 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that, but they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Now Jones. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Throwing Jones. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And 22 more yards there and another 1st down. Prescott to throw it. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
So 2 successful 2-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team, because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or 2-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Looking to throw. Jones. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. 16-0. That's the score after 1 on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll look to throw again. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So Jones off, Graham Gano on here for the New York Giants field goal. From the left hash, this from 39. Gano's kick is good. And they'll at least get on the board here, still trailing, but 16-3 now. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Fielded right around the 8. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. The sack comes from Anthony Hitchens. And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be, trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
And I wonder what was going through his mind, because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive, so either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. That's caught. It's James Washington. He'll get it inside the 20. A big play here for Dallas. And even 40 yards.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't,
and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his second touchdown here in this first half, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. And Jonathan Garibay out for the PAT. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. 5 plays there on that drive. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
On 2nd and 7, Jones. That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call. Yeah, no question. He got to the QB late, CD, and that's going to get a flag every time.
Every single time. Because let's face it, the league is always going to have an emphasis on these calls. They want to take care of these quarterbacks who are in vulnerable positions when they're passing the football.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. From just shy of midfield, Jones. They'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking for his receiver. Sharp, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. He's at the 50. He's at the 30.
We got plenty of fight, baby.
10, 5. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this first? They now have a 4. Possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway, and it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance to play and get a little bit of love. The more guys that end up watching the highlight reels from this one, the better.
And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Giants now going to take over late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
And that's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. And that's caught left side. Seals Jones with it. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. On to punt, Jamie Gillen. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. 1 second, all that remains. Final play of the half, Prescott. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Second half begins with a run from Barkley. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. Open man right side is Tony. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Looking to throw. Jones. Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and they're still...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Big DeMarcus Lawrence getting in there and bringing him to the ground.
A broken foot limited DeMarcus Lawrence to 7 games last season and only 3 sacks. And the Cowboys, they need him to get back to his Pro Bowl form. At one point in his career, he had 25 sacks in a span of 2 seasons.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And now the kick short, but this is a live football picked up in the end zone. Pass midfield, look out. And he will get this into enemy territory. A great return there on the missed field goal. Two sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48. Prescott looks to throw on first. That is caught by Lamb. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half. Touchdown! CeeDee Lamb. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they've built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And New York set to take the field. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You don't always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test
the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did, because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
Jones now on first down. And complete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that will bring up second down. It's Barkley on the counter. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Back to throw. Jones. Here's Tony on the quick slant. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 37. Give them 10 yards on that one, and that earns them a fresh set of downs. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zone.
And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Now Mike McCarthy saying, let's go for 2. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. Back now here at MetLife Stadium, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. And the Giants ready to come out now. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open.
And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Throwing on first down, Jones. And that is incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
To throw again on 2nd down, Jones. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Back to throw again. Gets it quickly to Galladay. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Okay, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense can very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
Right back to him on first down. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 82 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he gets it down to the 32. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. This is Elliott. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Again, it's Elliott. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Oh, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, it looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4 fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The possession switching back to the New York Giants. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Neville Gallimore powering his way in and burying him. After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Throwing here, Prescott. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Prescott. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here's another interception.
You spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat go ham, no time for cold cuts. The game like Big Fish came to Jonah. Yeah, I'm still independent. They sold 1 million records, yeah. Used to be on my checklist. Big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look,